With Merab versus Sean O'Malley, have you had a chance to reflect on that yet?
Okay, I watched some parts of it, and I watched it, and it was it was a good fight, and yeah, I had some things to do. There was a lot going on there, especially with the I mean, I don't want to harp on it, but yeah, as a referee, it is our job to be in charge of excessive coaching if we think there is a rule. Oh, yeah.
Before the fight started, I believe Sean O'Malley's coach, Tim, had yelled something to Merab, which even afterwards he admitted in his YouTube channel. I think he said something like, be patient, Merab, or something. And you gave him a warning, right, for excessive coaching?
Yeah, well, so of course I try. I'm not here to be anyone's parents or anything, and we want people's personalities to be able to shine. That's what makes our sport fun. We have some great personalities, but there is a rule that the seconds are not to interfere in the fight, and that's including trying to influence the referee for one thing. They even specifies that, but you definitely can't try to influence the other fighter or distract them. Your job is to coach your fighter, and so yeah, my job is to do something about it.
Is that a common thing that you've seen, or is there something to prevent that from happening moving forward?
Well, no, it happens, and we do address it, and it's been happening as long as the sport's been here, you know what I mean? And even coaching the referee through the fighter, okay, well, Herb's going to stand you up because all he wants to do is hold you, and he's a boring bitch-ass wrestler, and you know what I mean? They're going to coach me through coaching their fighter and whatnot, and we know it, and so if it gets to be too much, say, hey, that's a little excessive, coach your fighter, and it's in the rules, and so that's what the rule is for.
Well, speaking of rules, in the second round, I believe Merab was kissing Sean O'Malley, and you told him to stop. Have you ever seen that before, a fighter kiss another fighter?
Yes, and that does fall under unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, abusive language, things like that. Yeah, you're not supposed to do.
I understand, Noche UFC, it was a love letter to Mexico, but maybe no love in the octagon, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit romantic. Yeah. No.
Too romantic?
Yeah, a little too much romance. Yeah. Well.
So no romance in the octagon moving forward?
Yes, definitely. No romance.
Okay. In the fifth round, when you had called for Merab to work multiple times, from your vantage point, what makes you, determine when to call for more action or when to ask a fighter to work more?
Yeah. Well, no, I think so. I've seen on social media people have spoken about me calling the fighters to act more for action, more action, and that's what I've always done. I can tell you about I can tell you what I tell the fighters during the rules briefing. I tell them, anytime I'm going to interfere in the intervention, I'm going to talk to you first, like if I'm going to stand up, and what I'm going to say first, I'm going to say, let's work. I usually clap. That means, and what I'm expecting from him is not busy work. I would specify. I'm looking for effort to finish the fight. So you're either to posture to where you can throw potentially set up fight-ending attacks or advance your position. Effort to advance, because it's not as easy as just passing the guard, but effort to pass, effort to advance your position, effort to bring the fight to a finish. Because those rules are there. That rule was put in, standing up and fighters, to make our sport look the way we want it to look. And there's a lot of smart guys, especially even our commentary team. They have opinions on it. And I'm always interested in talking to those guys because they think about this sport a lot, and they're gonna, I'm sure they could give me some. They give me some viewpoint I've never thought about. I know I'm always going to be learning something new from some of these athletes, if they take some time to share with me. But it's what we want our sport to look like. And I think I'm going to do the Contender Series tonight. I think we want the fights to look like the guys that get signed on the Contender Series. That's what I think that's why they signed those guys, because I think that's what they want our sport to look like. And so guys who maybe get ahead and are going to manage position, because that's one thing, we have position in this sport, and a dominant position makes it so that you're able to attack your opponent, and it limits their ability to attack you. And if you're not using that to progress towards a win of the fight, it can be looked at as a hiding place to ride out a win. And if that's what we want our sport to look like, somebody in charge let me know. But I think we want it to look like the fights on the Contender Series, and so that's why we tell guys to work.